Good morning and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Roxy, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today is Roxy's ability to understand and respond to her obedience commands, the corrections and motivations that we give while we're working with her, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot training leash, and he's going to keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, leaving his left hand free then to give the correction. And the correction that we give is a tug and release on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Roxy's been fitted with her own personal training collar, and we will show you how to properly put that collar on and use it during your one-on-one lesson. Now, as you can see, Roxy is sitting very nicely on Fred's left-hand side, which is where all of our obedience training takes place. The first command that they're going to demonstrate for you is heeling, and heeling is proper walking on a leash. Fred and Roxy take off doing that now, and the command that you're going to give is Roxy heel, and you're going to simply start walking where she should fall in line, heeling at your pace, whether you're walking at a faster pace or a slower pace. She should not be lagging behind on that leash, nor should she be lunging ahead and trying to pull on that leash. Also incorporated into our heeling exercise, which you will see frequently throughout the video, is an automatic sit, and there's an example right there. So anytime that you're out walking with her and you stop, she should sit nicely right there at your left heel position. There we go. The next command they're going to demonstrate for you is the stay command, and it's a hand and a voice command. Use the open flat of your left palm an inch or so in front of her muzzle, the one-word command to stay, and then walk out to the end of your training leash. Now, Roxy should remain seated and should not break from this position. This is a great command to practice frequently throughout your day to help build up her ability to sit and stay for longer periods of time. And when you're practicing this at home, start at 1 minute and increase your intervals over time, working up to 3 minutes total for your long sit stay. When Fred returns back, he walks all the way around, behind, counterclockwise, returning back to heel position so that Roxy is right on his left-hand side, and they're going to go ahead and demonstrate that heel sit and stay for you again. Open flat of your left palm right in front of her muzzle, one-word command to stay, out to the end of the training leash. Now, Fred's going to give her a moment to hold her sit stay, and then they're going to go ahead and demonstrate the recall or the come on command. And the command that you're going to give for this is Roxy come.
Roxy, come.
She should then come in and sit directly in front of you. Good girl. And then heel her around the back of you, returning her to your left-hand side where she's going to sit nicely. Great job. And they're going to go ahead and demonstrate that again. Leave her in a sit stay. Walk out to the end of the leash, give her a moment to hold her sit stay, then give the command Roxy come.
Roxy, come. Good girl.
As she's coming in, gather her leash up. There you go. Make sure she sits, and then around the back of you, returning her to your left-hand side, and she's going to sit nicely. Good girl. It's very important to keep Roxy motivated when working her through her commands, and this can be accomplished by using lots of positive reinforcement. You can either physically praise her and tell her she's doing a great job and pet her, or verbally praise her and tell her she's doing a great job. I'm sorry, physical praise by petting her, or verbal praise by telling her she's doing a great job. But either way, whatever you choose, just make sure you use lots of positive reinforcement to motivate her. The next command that they're going to demonstrate is the first of our down commands. It's the down from a heel position. Again, use the open flat of your left palm, but this time straight down towards the ground, and the one-word command to down. Then give the stay command and walk out to the end of your leash. And again, for this command, Roxy should remain laying down in this position and should not break from it. This is another great command to practice frequently throughout your day to help build up her ability to down stay for longer periods of time. And for this command, you're going to start at 3 minutes, and you'll increase your intervals over time, working up to 5 minutes for your long down stay. Once again, Fred walks all the way around, behind, counterclockwise, returning back to heel position so that Roxy is right there at his left-hand side. Great job. It's also very important that when Roxy first comes home, for the first couple of weeks, you're setting aside about 10 to 15 minutes every day to work Roxy through her commands in a formal training session such as this video here. It is great practice for the both of you, and it's also very helpful for her transition back into the house and learning new rules. So Fred has left her in another down stay. He's going to give her a moment to hold that, and this time they'll demonstrate the recall or the come on command from the down position for you. Roxy gets up, comes on in, sits nicely. Fred gives her a little pet there to let her know she did a good job. Around the back, sitting nicely. Good job, Miss Roxy. Now this next command that they're going to demonstrate is the second of our down commands, and it's the down from a distance. So for this command, leave Roxy in a sit-stay, walk out to the end of the training leash, and from the end of the training leash, use your right hand to give her the down command. Good job, Miss Roxy. Now what Fred and Roxy are going to be demonstrating for you is a small sample of our advanced off-leash training. This is not something that we recommend that you try right away when she comes home. If you're very diligent with her on-leash training, this is something that you can advance to in the future. All Fred did was leave her in a sit-stay and drop the leash and increased his distance between himself and Roxy only by a couple feet. Again, you want to make sure she's completing all of her commands and obeying you 100% of the time before you advance to dropping the leash for some advanced off-leash training. We've demonstrated for you today all the obedience commands that Roxy has learned here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Roxy, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.